Welcome to Trader TV, your insight into trading for professional investors. I'm Dan Barnes. Buy-side firms are demanding that sell-side firms are able to support workflows for trading complex products and low-touch flow products on the same trading desk. This creates challenges, not least in providing analysis of how trading performance has been. So today, discussing this with me are Paul Makepeace, Director at Stifel Nicholas Europe, Pontus Eriksson, Head of Strategy at FIS, and Spencer Mindlin, Senior Analyst at Aite Group. Do you think that the high and low touch workflows that we're seeing can be combined from a technology perspective, and how does that affect the technology needed?
From my perspective, we have a clear separation of low touch and high touch, and some people talk about mid touch, the type of transactions in between.
Yeah.
And we have electronic voice, and it's understandable. So the trend right now is that there is a convergence between voice and electronic, and also chat functions. So these type of applications that will come in the future, they need to marry these. So these voice-driven actions will eventually have to permeate the front office and be understood. And there's also regulatory requirements coming in so that you can link and audit trades throughout the entire life cycle. So I think the next generation trading technology will have to enable that trade data extraction and linkage throughout the STP cycle. And for all but the lowest touch, so that full STP, they will require the ability to link voice and chat and electronic channels in the future. So right now, we're perhaps not seeing that because it's stressful times and COVID, and you naturally resort to traditional relationships. But I think that's going to change. Give it a year or two, that we'll see some development there.
I think Pontus is absolutely right about the importance of voice and chat. In fact, I think we're starting to see the needle move on what the integration really means with chat, with trading. If we were to turn the workflows on its head and the integration of low touch and high touch chat, I think we would re-architect our trading tools such that a unified chat layer was integrated in every trading system or back office system that we use today so that there's a complete audit trail. And there are some systems out there that have chat and various chat tools embedded. There are some that are coming up the curve.
Yeah.
As we look at the evolution of chat over the next couple of years, I think interop is probably likely to play a big role to bring chat functionality and embed that in all the trading tools in an auditable fashion across the disparate front office, middle, and back office systems across buy-side and sell-side trading desks.
I asked one person at a bank talking about fixed income, and he said, of course we do what we can in the low touch business in terms of, becoming more efficient. And the high touch business is what it is. So it's really the mid touch that they try to optimize and really work on to make improvements in terms of making it more electronified.
You're right. I mean, that's what I alluded to, is that mid area where high touch can meet low touch. When we're moving from certain areas into that mid touch, which tends to be kind of mid caps and the less liquid names, that's when it can be beneficial for that low touch order to meet that. And I think that will become more of a instant execution area for clients.
Client relationships, they're still a qualitative thing. So as much as you need quantitative feedback and analysis to clients, you've got to still maintain relationships. So coming from Spencer's point about chat functions, that presumably still keeps some of the colour in the market and that relationship going.
Yeah, it does. And I think Spencer made some very good points that, technology will grow in that area as it has done over the last couple of years, from our venues. The chat systems across the market has improved tremendously, but that will continue to evolve in a way that will meet clients' demand, whether it's, individual stocks, sectors, macro, commodities, etc.
Yeah.
That will be led in chats in a much different format than they are now.
How do you see the sell side scaling up to support flow products?
The flow business is a low margin business, right? And that requires large flows to be lucrative. So it's really important to be able to do the scale up. Flow products are generally low touch and they need to be fully optimized. But there's always more you can do in terms of automation, STP, and electronification. So I think you need to really harness a digitalized environment. You need to have the right technologies. You have to also develop a mindset across the organization to relentlessly optimize and automate every step of the value chain where you can, basically. So all the way from client onboarding, the sales function, through trading, all the way to settlement and back office.
How would you expect the sales and trading function for sell-side firms to have evolved over the next 12 to 18 months?
Well, certainly 12 to 18 months, I think the big focus is going to be the return to the office, right? And figuring out, what's the communication protocol going to be for things like voice and chat with clients with the introduction of all the new workflows and experiences we've had over the last sort of year and a half. Looking past that, I don't think users' experience is going to deteriorate. I think we may see some retraining, retooling, transition as people adjust to what it means to shift to things like portfolio trading of fixed income or electronic trading, straight through processing of illiquid asset classes, and trying to figure out how do you do smart order routing and visualization and AI and non-standard workflows over the next 18 months and beyond. I think we're going to continue to see that evolution take place.
I think quite plainly, we're going to see a much more blended approach in electronic trading driven by client demand. And we will have to adapt to make sure that we provide clients with the different asset classes that they need to trade efficiently.
Yeah, I think there will be relentless innovation. I think the electronification will continue. There will be better tools for sales to be smarter about how they work and who they engage with. Physical relationships will be augmented with artificial intelligence and those kind of tools.
Guys, look, thanks very much. That's been fantastic.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
I'd like to thank Pontus, Paul and Spencer for their insights today, and of course you for watching. To catch up on our other shows, go to tradertv.net.